Go and grab your Bewear merchandise today. There are t-shirts, sweatshirts, phone cases, and more, all with the link down in the description below. You do not want to miss out. What's up, guys? Today it's Carson back on Toxic Gaming, and today, guys, we have Week 8 of the PGL. This was supposed to be going up on last Sunday, but WrestleMania and stuff happened, and life happened, and we didn't have time to get to the game on Sunday. So we got it now, but we're going up against Texas of the, I believe, Indianapolis Cobalions, I believe is the name of the team. Let me make sure of that real quick. Yes, that is the actual team name and such. But what we got going on and everything is this game. We had to do Showdown because of our, again, time constraints. Jennings stuff wasn't going right. So we just decided to go with Showdown, make it quick, get the battle going and done. His draft that he had was Jirachi, Talonflame, Sylveon, Dragonite, Slowking, Mega Charizard X. Yep, he picked up Mega Charizard X after we had dropped it. Claydol, Xurkitree, Venusaur, Ludicolo, and Kyurem, regular Kyurem. And as we can see on our screen, he brought the Ludicolo, Jirachi, Sylveon, Claydol, Xurkitree, and Dragonite. So really, I wasn't expecting those ones exactly. Like, he had 3 different dragons he could bring, and I had the thought of, because I have like Excadrill and I have Garchomp, he might bring Dragonite just to probably try to guess an Earthquake. But I'll be honest with this team, as you can see kind of from your screen, my team is hella offensive. I decided, you know what, we have a really offensive draft now, let's just fucking go hyper offense, just hitting things as hard as possible. So I kind of didn't do too much speed calcing and try to make things bulkier. It was just, we're going to outpace everything and hit things as hard as we can. So to start off, we have Tapu Lido or Tapu Lele, that is Scarf, with Psychic, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, and Thunderbolt, 4 in HP, 252 Modest in Special Attack, and then 252 Speed. Basically, speed creeping anything for his team with Tapu Lele didn't really do that much for me when I could just get the power. And really, Tapu Lele wasn't the mon that was going to win me the game. It was just going to be the late game, big red button. We need Tapu Lele. We've got Tapu Lele to be able to beat things. But really, it's pretty simple. With that said, just Scarfs to hit things as hard as we can with Psychic. Probably should have ran Psyshock, knowing the Sylveon was a possible to come and probably was going to come, but that just kind of happened. Next, we have Perfect 10, our Excadrill with Life Orb, Sand Rush, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Iron Head, Swords Dance. Not very original there. With 52 in HP, 252 in attack, and then 204 and Jolly for speed. I believe that means I outsped the, what is it called? I outsped Talonflame in Sand, I outsped Scarf Jirachi in Sand, I outsped a +1 Zardex. That was really what I was afraid of the most. I believe I meant to outsped. I think I was like pretty close to, once he creeped it, and outspeeding a Swiftswim Ludicolo as well. But mainly Excadrill was a mon that if we got Sand up and we got Excadrill in, we could probably win the game at that point. It was, Excadrill could do so much to his team. Next, we also had Rude, our Tyranitar, with Shuka Berry, just in case of Earthquaking Megazard X, or if you had Earthquake Dragonite, or this Claydol that's there. With Earthquake, Rock Slide, Crunch, and D-Dance, 92 in HP, 252 in attack, and then 164 Jolly. And I believe at 164, we actually outsped a +1, what was it? Oh, it was a +1 something, and I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. Let's see, I think we were outspeeding +1 Xurkitree, I think is what we were going for, if we could. Or if we had lower, bulkier Xurkitree. Basically, if we get to +1, we would outspeed a good, some things on his team and really hit them really hard. Next, we had, our Mega Garchomp, good old Brawn, our Mega Garchomp, the newest Mega addition to our team. With Crunch, Rock Slide, Outrage, and Earthquake, 168, or 68 in HP, 252 in attack, and then 188 and Jolly and Speed. I just kind of put some speed in to get above some things he would creep us at in the 90s. Basically, again, we're just going to... Garchomp is our mon that's just going to come in, hit a few things, get damage off so that Excadrill can win. That's really all Garchomp's really here to do. If I get Sand, Force Boosted, Earthquakes, great. Things like that. Next, we finally have another new addition, our Alaka-DAMN, Mr. Fuji, as I called him, with Focus Sash and Magic Guard, so that's not going to be broken by Stealth Rocks or our Sandstorm. Then we have Psychic, Shadow Ball, Dazzle Gleam, and Energy Ball, 156 in HP, 252 in attack, and then 100 with Timid to outspeed a good portion of his team. I believe at this speed we might have been a little bit faster than like maybe Scarf Xurkitree. I believe, maybe I might be wrong with that, or at least we're guaranteed to outspeed max speed Circuitry. I think is what we were going on, like max speed Jirachi. We're guaranteed to outspeed base 100s that are max speed, and we're gonna live a hit anyway. So if I need to bring something in to be able to get a free switch, get a hard move and bring a free switch, I can bring Alaka-DAMN in. Definitely live with the Focus Sash, and then if there's no priority on it, no priority on that mon, I can get a strong Psychic off and get damage so that I can come and revenge it. And then we finally have another Choice Scarfer, our Latino Heat, our Infernape, with Choice Scarf and Iron Fist, Stealth Rock, U-Turn, Flare Blitz, and Mach Punch, with 60 in HP, 252 in attack, and then 196 in Jolly. Again, outspeeding base 100 Scarf Jirachi. And really, Infernape was going to be our lead. Get Stealth Rocks up, kind of bluff that we're not the Scarf set, unless he probably would lead with unless he would have led with his own potential Scarfer. And then switch out, hard switch out, or lead if we don't like what we can and we can't get rocks up, U-turn out. And then he's just going to come in later and pick things off as we need it. But as we're going to get into the battle here, just going to go normal so I can give it a little talkie-talkie and stuff. You can see what he's going up against, and I'm thinking he might lead with the Claydol or the his own Jirachi to get rocks up. It was one of the two, and I kind of felt that it would probably be Claydol. But I still wanted to go with Infernape to be our main lead. U-turn as we need it. Do a hell of a lot of damage to Claydol. If he is like Bugberry for some reason to resist U-turn, then, I mean, he just kind of wasted it. I kind of want to see... I'm betting he would have been Cloverberry and stuff like that. But as we can go on with the game, we are going to lead with Infernape. And we find out he does lead with the Claydol. So I'm guessing rocks are coming, but I'm going to U-turn anyway just to protect myself from Earth Power and not get so much damage. On Infernape, I go into the Garchomp because he's the best thing on my team that can take it, and he takes it 32% to that Earth Power, and we get a Spadef drop. Not happy, but I Mega Evolve, and with the speed that I have, Crunch kills. He didn't have a Colberberry, so it was just kind of, he got a little bit of chip damage on me and then killed. And here I was like, you know what, he's going to think I'm going to switch and pull a double. A little bit of a prediction. He switches out into the Ludicolo as I Earthquake, get nice damage on that Ludicolo. I can't live an Ice Beam. I have to go into Alaka-DAMN again, take a hit back, and possibly kill and such. I'm like, you know, I'm going to fire off a Psychic. He switches out into his Jirachi. And I'm like, okay. So unless you're Scarfed, I'm going to quick Shadow Ball. If you're not Scarfed, it's going to do a lot to you. He's not Scarfed, and then he goes for Stealth Rocks. So I know I can two-shot this Jirachi now, which he then switches out into Circuitry, and I'm like, okay, this thing's going to get hit with a Shadow Ball and get a Spadef drop. I'm like, okay, now this thing is going to die to a Psychic, so I just quick Psychic, I'm safe. He goes back into Jirachi. We've played this game. You know I can beat this Jirachi 1v1, and he decides to just kind of sack it off. All it got was Stealth Rocks up. I'm guessing it was more of a bulkier version, so it is what it is. He brings in the Dragonite. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get a D-Gleam, break the multi-scale. We get a crit. Mattered a lot because he was like 200 and 200 with HP and special defense as he D-dances, and the two crits right there mattered with him being what he was with his set, as I believe he told me it was like 200 and 200 in HP and special defense. Those two crits really did matter in actually just taking down that Dragonite. But I thought it was kind of odd because I didn't know if like multi-scale Dragonite could live the Dazzling Gleam from Alakazam, because like the first crit I don't feel mattered that much because of multi-scale, he was going to live it. But the second crit, that's the one I would like to see a few more calcs and stuff to see how he would live that if he would have after that, because I did outspeed and I would have died, yes, but if I now know what speed Alakazam is, I know I can bring in Infernape and outspeed him if he doesn't have E-Speed. So it was one of those things where I have other things that can outspeed him if he would have killed Alakazam after me not killing him with E-Gleam. So it was one of those things. But as we keep on going, right now I just click in Psychic. Like, it's as Alakazam is getting 3 kills there for Alakazam, and I realize I'm just gonna die to a Hyper Voice. I quick Psychic, not doing much. I'll just be happily die to a Hyper Voice, and I'll bring in Excadrill for free. Scare this thing. If he switches, Ludicolo's 2-shot. If he stays in, this thing is dead. He decides to stay in, takes the Iron Head, and dies. I'm fine with having Excadrill there. He brings in Ludicolo, and now I'm just kind of thinking, you know what, I'm going to try to get a little bit differential, see if I can. And I bring in Garchomp, get the Rocks damage. He goes for the Giga Drain instead of Scald, which I feel Scald might have been the better play anyway, but an Outrage will kill. So I did end up getting the, higher differential at a 5-0 instead of a guarantee. It was almost like, at that point, it was guaranteed 4-0, but I could try for a 5-0, and I was like, you know what, I'll try, see what I can do. But it was still a good game to Trexus. Like, shit happens, dude, with Showdown in the game. I know it sucks, and I do want to see those calcs to see how the Dazzling Gleam without multi-scale would have done, as I was just max special attack timid. I want to see how it is, because if it did matter so much, then I do apologize for the crit in general, but I want to see how the game could have turned out differently. But if you guys enjoyed and everything, and enjoy seeing more of the league battles and stuff on this channel, go ahead and click the like button down below and subscribe for more. Hopefully we can get this next PGL battle in time for Sunday. Life's getting a little hectic for me, so I'll get it out to you guys as soon as possible, but we're shooting for Sunday. But again, thank you guys for coming out. I'm Carson, this is Toxic Gaming, and as always, you guys stay toxic. We'll see you guys.